Good morning. Happy Saturday to you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Aretha, and just a welcome to my channel. And I hope you find something that's informative while I take you on my journey. So as usual, I'm starting off with a cup of coffee, and we will be going from there. So I'm going to drink this down, and you'll be seeing my meal prep, and we'll just keep this day rolling on. Well, hello guys, it's another food prep time, and I've got some blood work done. So that'll be something I can update you guys on, is my A1C once I get the results. So we're going to start off with some finds here. I went to TJ Maxx. As you guys know, the first time I went to TJ Maxx was in Atlanta. So there is, of course, there's one here in Seattle, and I went to that one just out of a whim, actually. So this is one of my finds, if you can see it. And this one I'm actually really excited for, to see how good it is. Okay, so with food prep, we have some food left over, and I cooked some, I didn't cook ribs, my other half cooked ribs, but I had some of the roast beef left over, quite a bit of it, we need to eat up. So I'm not going to be doing too much food prepping today, and we've cooked. There are some ribs, if you can see this, cooked. And if by chance that's not enough, what I plan on doing is my Costco find. You probably saw this in one of my Costco hauls. Let's see if you can see it, sorry. The blackened chicken breast tender strips. And the macros on it is not bad at all. Not bad, not too shabby. So, like I said, if we run out of meat, this will be the backup. Now, what I plan on doing, because we do need some vegetables, I'm going to just cook some green beans, and I will show you how I cook my green beans. Okay. So what we have here in this jar right here is a mixture of Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt, and sea salt. In this little jar right here is bacon fat. And right here is the frozen organic green beans. So what I'm going to do is take some of the salt, it's about this much in here, I'm not going to use all of it, and sprinkle into my boiling water right here. And I'm going to take, I don't know, a good amount of green beans, enough for maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe, and just dump it in the water and let it boil for approximately, I'm going to say, about 5 to 7 minutes, because then we're going to saute it in some bacon fat. Okay, we're going to let that cook, and again, these are the green beans, and the macros are not too shabby on this either. You can see that. So this is going to boil, and I will be right back with you, because I'm going to use this to strain it, and then we'll be putting it back in the same pot to saute it with some bacon fat and some seasonings. Okay, we have the green beans draining. So right now I'm going to get ready to put some bacon fat in my pan here. Let it start melting. So it's going to melt relatively quickly because I just took it off the fire and it's still really warm. So I'm gonna let that go ahead and melt a little bit. And we have our green beans right here. That has been draining. And we're gonna just dump it in. And I should have got a spatula, but I'm going to use a spoon, and we're just going to give it some good stirs to get the oil nice and incorporated into the bacon fat. Green beans incorporated into the bacon fat, excuse me. And this process is going to take just a few minutes. Okay, so a little bit of garlic powder. Bacon salt, not a whole lot, because I did add salt to the water when it was boiling, so we just wanted to have a little bit of a nice flavor to it. Okay. Toss it around some more. And it is done. Turn it off, let it cool, and that is our food prep for the week. So next up will be, what am I going to have for breakfast? Okay, this is my first meal of the day. It is my pot roast, half of an avocado, and some sauteed garlic. So I'm going to eat this down, and after that, we will be talking about some lab results. So I will see you then. Okay, people, now let's talk lab work. So, as you might recall, I talked about my A1C, and I was just in the beginnings of pre-diabetes. So right here is the previous number, right there. It was 5.9. Recently, it went down to 5.7, which is good. It's going in the right direction. But here's a long history of all my numbers being in the fives. And at no point did anyone say, Miss Alexander, maybe your number shouldn't even be a 5. You know, and it looks like the lowest might be this 5.2 here. So, and again, the 5.7 from a 5.9 is, I'm sorry about the glare, is pretty good. But doctors don't really tell you you're in a danger zone until you start, really, getting close. When I always thought of preventative care as preventing things. Now, a 5 should not be normal. What was told to me, 5.6 or higher is pre-diabetes, and then 6 is in your type 2 diabetes. So we're going to talk about this. Okay, everyone, let's talk about these lab results. On the one hand, I am happy the number is dropping, and I think the last test before this previous one a few days ago was August. So I'm glad the number is, you know, in a downward spiral. I wish it was more, but I'm working on it. And what I find very interesting in the medical world is all my numbers I looked at my records has been a 5. That can't be good. It just, you know, it just cannot be good. So I question sometimes, why don't they say to the patients when they do these tests that, you know, here you are at a 5, a 5.6 is dangerous. We want to get that number in the 4s. No one has ever come to me and said that. So all my whole life, while I was thinking I'm relatively healthy, yes, there's some diabetes in my family, it's like, okay, well, I'm fine. And the reality is I'm not fine, you know. In the 5s, I mean, just because it hasn't hit that threshold of concern, the doctor should never wanted to get there to begin with, for them to say something. So I just question the whole medical field when they, you know, when they cannot tell you, yeah, this might for us is normal, but guess what? A 5 is not really normal. You need to start working on this. So, and I'm actively working on it. I think my biggest problem has been sleep. And that's the one thing I just can't seem to get a grasp on, because my work schedule is such that I don't live very close to my job. So, and I have to be there quite early, around 6 in the morning. And I get there even earlier, and what I do is I kind of work out. So to avoid traffic, and I work 10/4s, so 10-hour days. I'm not off work until about 4:30. And at 4:30, of course, coming home, there's traffic. And I'm lucky if I get home at 5:30, sometimes 5:45 or 6 o'clock. So dialing in on that sleep is hard. I get in at 6 o'clock. Of course, there's things I have to do. You know, there's might be some cleaning up, just to chill and relax. I have a dog, and you know, so, and then to get in 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, you know, is really hard, because as you guys know too, I am bothered with my stressed adrenals and high cortisol. So anytime your cortisol is high, your diet can be on point, your exercise and your food, the weight ain't going nowhere. You're going to be going the total opposite. So I'm really, really working hard on trying to figure all that out. If you have suggestions, let me know. With my schedule, it just seems like it's really hard to get that balance. But please know I am working on those. That's for this year. It's one of those things I'm going to be really dialing in on, along with my nutrition and getting that in order, because as you know, I've already cut out dairy with the exception of ghee and butter. And that's going well because I love cheese. I cannot tell you how much I could eat cheese all day long. But guess what? Cheese is not for me. And I think I've explained this one before. Prior to being keto, low carb, all of that stuff, I did a paleo diet quite a few years ago. Not quite a few, but a few years ago. When I transitioned, when I started learning about low carb and keto, I was severely strict. So I took out all the dairy. I didn't do any of it. And when I started adding back in the cheese, I kid you not, the next day my weight loss stalled. The day after that, I packed on 3 pounds. Now, that should have been a sign then, cut the cheese out, period. Did I do it? I think I did it for a little while, then it was just back to normal cheese, cheese, cheese. So I can no longer keep ignoring when my body, something does not agree with my body. So the cheese is out. Different flours, the nut flours, almond, the coconut, and all that, and making these treats, and I gotta chill with it for a while and just stick with the bare bone basics and just start healing my body, healing my adrenals, trying to get in enough sleep and get myself on the right track, because the bottom line is I am looking for a healing from the inside out. So I want to get those numbers down. I want to, by December, be in like maybe that a 4.9 is one of my goals. And I know that's pushing it, but a 4.9 is where I would like to be. Of course, I would like to lose weight, but I also want to be able, at least by September, my sleeping pattern has gotten a lot better. I'm able to get in 8 hours of really good deep sleep. So those are some of the things I am going to be working on. Please let me know down below some of the things you're going to be working on to get your body, your health in order. Some of your goals. I'm not much of a resolution person, but I do try to set some small tangible goals and work towards them for the whole year. So tell me down below what you're working towards. All right, it is time for that last meal. And we have green beans, some ribs with some sugar-free barbecue sauce. And today I am using this sauce right here. Let's see. And with that being said, this is going to complete my full day of eating. I want to thank you guys for joining me on my journey. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, and I will be back for another video. Thank you guys so much.